With the upcoming election, I want to emphasize the importance of making a plan to vote so you feel safe and less stressed. Okay, first things first, register to vote. Go to www.vote.org to check or register. If you have already registered to vote, go ahead and check your registration anyway. Make sure the address and ID on file match your current address. Everything must match. If you haven't registered and want to check the deadline, go to www.iwillvote.com to find out. Many states have different deadlines. They can be 1 or 2 days before the election or way earlier. So go ahead and double check. Next, you should absolutely do an online search to find out what's on the ballot in your state. Go to the website on the screen to learn more. It's the perfect opportunity to learn more about the candidates and the various policies that will be on the ballot. And if you prefer, you can also receive a sample ballot for your state too, because not all states are the same. Some may have ballot items that other states won't. So do your research and see what's on the ballot. Okay, moving on to the next thing you should know. It's a little bit complicated, so it's crucial that you remember that there is no one right way to vote. Many different factors determine how you will vote, such as where you live, your energy levels, your disability, and what kind of barriers you will face. What kind of support you have available to you. All these things will impact your decision on how to vote. Whether you show up in person on the day of, vote early, mail in your ballot, or send in an absentee ballot, it is best that you look at the entire picture first to decide what works best for you. Suppose you decide to show up in person. It is important you show up in the right spot. Find your polling place in the link on the screen. Once you know where to go, be sure to collect all the required documentation, such as proof of address and your ID. Make sure you have all these documents with you before you go. If you aren't sure if your state requires ID, check out this website to find out. Regardless, you should bring your ID with you just to be safe. If you are going to vote in person, be prepared for bad weather, long lines, perhaps even spending all day at the polls. I don't know, maybe you have to try to think about being prepared for any of the following: childcare to pet sitting, your work schedule, how to get to the polling center. You have to think about these things too. If your state allows early voting, it might be the best option for you. If so, do it. It might reduce some of the issues and barriers if you arrive early to vote. You'll be less stressed and worried. Okay, now, let's shift focus to mail-in and absentee ballots. You must remember two critical things. I can't emphasize this enough. The first is the deadline to request your ballot and the deadline to return your signed ballot via mail or the ballot box. You must remember both of these and set reminders in your calendar. If you're like me and easily forget things, you must set reminders. It's so important. Here's how you can request your ballot. Go to www.vote.org or go through your local elections office. Next, if you have a disability, your state is required, I repeat, required to allow you to vote with an absentee ballot or by mail, period. Okay, so for step 4, I want to go back to what I said earlier about setting reminders. It's that important, especially if you're going to be mailing in your ballot or voting in person. Again, set your reminders. I suggest you set 3. 1 week before you vote to give yourself time to review the candidates, their policies, and all the other stuff too. Set one a few days before so you can prepare for anything that comes to mind at the last minute, such as arranging care or finding directions to your polling center. Also, set a reminder on the day of so that you are in the right frame of mind to vote when you wake up. Now, During the day of, make sure you think about how much time it requires. The time of the day you go can affect how much time you spend waiting in line. The weather can also be one of the many other factors in your day. Now, if you plan to work that day and are planning to show up after work, you must know and remember this: you still have the right to vote regardless of whether the polling center is closed or not. The key is to show up in line before the doors close. If you arrive before then, they have to let you vote. It's time to wrap up. It's important to remind you that the 2020 election is happening during a really interesting period. It's historic. Never before have we been dealing with this kind of situation. I'm talking about the pandemic and the new normal. Well, these things on top of everything else. It's genuinely fascinating. The most powerful thing you could do this year is to vote. The second most powerful thing, having conversations with your friends and family to make sure they too are prepared to vote. If they need support, offer that support. Thank you for watching.